7 Cents Phonecast. Find out about us before you find out about you.
Hi, thanks for calling 7 Cent Psychic. This is Lisa Ann. My extension number is 125.
Hello, hi Lisa Ann.
Hi. Do you have any specific questions for me before I start your reading?
Yes, it's regarding a relationship, if possible, Lisa Ann.
Okay, wonderful. Now, as I'm looking at your cards, I'm seeing that your love life right now is really kind of jumping itself into high gear. I see that you're going to take on love with a very refreshing type of life, and you're letting go of past hurt. And I think to make more room for future things to take place, to build back up with some more positive energy, and to let yourself kind of go forward with, enough to keep yourself strong, and something to make you feel satisfied. Now, I see one man around you that you've had a little history with, but I feel like it's been a little difficult for you to reconnect. Is that right so far?
Yes, that's right. We were together, we were in a long-term relationship before, but we actually split up in July of last year. We did have trouble reconnecting, only because he's in another relationship at the moment, but we have been keeping in touch regularly, and also we've been seeing each other quite frequently.
Yeah. All right.
So we've actually been seeing each other from November up until this point, but it was purely, there's no intimacy, but we have been intimate on 3 encounters, one just before Christmas and twice after Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm feeling from him is that his energy is good, and he does miss you. I think that he has been thinking about you, and I think that he wants things to go back to normal. See, because right now, I think that he's trying to juggle the fact of not wanting to hurt either one of your feelings. He knows that I think that he wants to be with you, but I think also he's got, her feelings in consideration where, he's not a horrible person. He's not going to drop her cold turkey. He's going to try to let her down for the most part, very gently. And I think he's going to try to give her a little chance, to kind of have a say-so in the matter as well. The fact is that she is involved. And I think that he has, since about September, October, right around that time, I feel like he spiritually kind of gave up on her, and I think that he, at that point, knew that he was ready to come back towards you. But I think that circumstances being what they are, he's had a hard time kind of just getting rid of her.
Yes, that's right. And I think he's got a sense of obligation and guilt, I think, that's stopping him from leaving her at the moment.
I think so, too. I believe that when they first got together, she was possibly seeing somebody else. So I think that that's where his guilt comes from, that he had messed up, one of her prospects, one of her relationships, and now for him to just leave her out of nowhere, it feels not right to him.
Yeah, of course.
For the most part, that's okay, and we can work around it. Because I think that you're and his chance is coming.
Right.
And what I'm seeing in the cards is that I want to say by around March, once you get to the springtime, I think that it's going to work out much more in your favor, for everything to go according to plan. And for you and him to kind of reconnect in a more direct way that's not including anyone else.
Right, that's good.
I think that you are more able to focus on each other and really have, that true chance.
No, that's really good. It's funny you should mention March, actually, Lisa Ann, because he has told me that he's committed to going on a holiday in March. But after we had our first intimate encounter together, he did say to me that he needs to try and get out of that holiday commitment. But ever since then, he's not mentioned it again. So I don't know whether he's still trying to get out of it or whether he will end up going on that trip.
Well, I think that he's definitely going to try for the most part. I think that he's definitely, he's working on letting this go. And I think that in the month of February, is going to be like the separation and the departing of them, as a couple. That he's not even going to be dealing with her anymore. And I think he's just going to walk away from this situation. I feel that he needs this. He needs to set himself free. He needs to come back to you for his own kind of sanity. He doesn't want to live without you right now.
Yeah. So what he has told me, he won't say things like, I love you or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Nothing emotional. but the first time we were intimate, he initiated the intimacy. And I said to him at that point, I said, think very carefully about what you're doing right now, because I don't want you to have any regret afterwards. And he said to me, he goes, I have missed you. I think about you a lot. And also I didn't realize what I had until it was gone.
Yeah, that's a big thing for him to admit. For a guy who doesn't always wear his heart on his sleeve, I think that's good. You and him needed to go through this, because now in the future, when you are together and everything is good and you're still happy, you will both be able to recognize it and cherish it, and really, take this as an important part of your life and a very important relationship for him and yourself.
Yeah, no, and I have learned a huge amount, Lisa, and I really have learned a huge amount about myself. And it takes two people to have a relationship problem. It wasn't all him. And I realize that now, and I realize my mistake, so it's not going to happen again.
And I think that this is making for you so that in the future you are together many, many, many years, and living out each day happy, working together and, as one team.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's good.
Consideration. So all of it is good news. Your cards look wonderful today.
Brilliant.
Give yourself until about maybe February, maybe about the 10th to the 12th. Give yourself almost 2 weeks. Give me a call back if you'd like. Let me know how things are going, because I think you'll find a new discovery by then. And I think it's
right.
A little more communication.
Dorothy. And the other thing as well, Lisa Ann, is that interesting you mentioned that time frame. So Valentine's Day will be coming up at that point. And that's going to be quite awkward for him to celebrate with her, I imagine. So I don't know how he would handle that, if I'm honest, because it will be awkward.
Well, I think that he actually might be done with her by then. And I think that he actually might tell her about, like an indefinite breakup. And then I think that shortly after is when he's telling her that he's going to pull out of the trip. And possibly let her, take somebody else with her, cancel plans, however they want to work it.
Right. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, cool. That's great, Lisa. And I'll definitely be in touch in about 10 days' time or something.
Absolutely. Let me know how everything works out for you, okay?
Brilliant. You take care, Lisa, and have a lovely day.
Thanks for calling 7 Cents Psychic. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
We hope you've enjoyed this 7th Sense Phonecast. Our gifted professionals are able to break through the confusion and point you in the right direction. Go to www.seventhsensepsychics.com. We all have a path in life. Let us help you find yours.